Hey, what is going on, guys? SargeantsTechTips. Welcome to another video on my channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Logitech Pro XT10 keyless Lightspeed. This will actually be my first wireless keyboard I have ever owned. I've definitely messed with a few and used a few, but this will be the first wireless keyboard I've ever actually owned. One cool thing about this keyboard is it actually does come with a carrying case, which is pretty neat. I was wondering why the package was so thick for a small keyboard, but this will also be my first 10 keyless keyboard, which I'm excited about. One of the reasons I actually got this, which stood out, is because of the media keys for like music, as well as the volume knob. You got a bunch of buttons here, such as Bluetooth. This is Bluetooth compatible, but it's also just your 2.4 gigahertz wireless dongle, basic stuff. And then you've obviously got your, I think if you click this button, it'll make it so the Windows key is not active and you can't click it by accident and then obviously messing you up in your game. This will be an interesting look at, mainly because I am actually going to use this for a month and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. We'll probably go through the sound and stuff. We'll just do that here. I can show you some of the lighting stuff it does. We'll see. I just have to download the Logitech software on my Mac. Yeah, so let's go ahead and open this puppy up and take a look at it. I'm excited. My first 10 keyless keyboard ever. I want to try to keep this box in as good condition as possible. I probably won't use the carrying case often, unless I do decide to take this with me, which I guess I could do. I could take my mouse and keyboard with me. They're both wireless, at least now they are. You can actually get this for about $159.99 on Amazon at the time of the recording this video, which is March 11th, 2025. Now, if you're watching this down the road, it's either going to be cheaper or more expensive, depending on Logitech's deciding on how expensive they want to make it. But this video is not sponsored by any means. I wish Logitech would sponsor me, but that probably will never happen. So I did buy this with my own money. That doesn't mean I'm gonna not tell you if I like it or not. But here is the carrying case. It's nice so far. It feels really nice. Yeah, it feels really good, actually. And then we can just take the carrying case out. It's very heavy. Keyboard's pretty heavy, and I mean, that's it, by the way. That's all you get in the box. You just get the carrying case, which it looks like all the accessories are in the carrying case, which isn't a bad thing. Carrying case feels very premium, especially for a $160 keyboard. I did actually get this wrist rest too, because I like having a wrist rest. So if you guys want to check this out, there will be a link in the description. I'm not going to look at it. It's just a basic wrist rest. It's made out of cool gel memory foam, hopefully to keep my wrists cool while gaming. But here is the carrying case. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, the keyboard's on. That's great. Yeah, what? I don't think I've ever gotten a keyboard where the keyboard was on when I got it in shipping. How long has it been on? I'll tell you right now, it sounds really good. That's what the lights look like. Okay, now it's off. Looks like it got turned on in shipping, which is kind of annoying, only because now the battery's probably going to be a little more dead, but that's fine. I can plug it into my computer and charge it. Oh, it uses a Type-C to charge? That's actually kind of nice. Because my mouse is not Type-C, so it might be time to switch to a Type-C mouse at some point. Try to keep it as clean as possible, but here's the charging cable. It's pretty long. I'll probably just use a random Type-C cable I have laying around and not let that get ruined. Here is the actual adapter. Got the adapter. This is actually an extension cable too if you want to extend it. They're Lightspeed technology. This will be my first Logitech keyboard. In a month, when I do give you guys my review, I'll tell you how the latency is because I'm going to game quite a bit on it. One of the other reasons I wanted a wireless keyboard is so I don't have to deal with wires anymore, because my Logitech G513 Carbon, which if you guys want to check that video out, there will be a link up in the cards now. It's a pretty big keyboard. It's very massive, and I'm actually hoping this wrist rest works. If it's a little off, it's not a huge deal, but this will be actually a good test. So I'll show you if you guys want to buy this combo. I can tell you if it works or not. I was going to get the Razer one, but it was more expensive for worse quality from what I could tell. I'm not hating on Razer or anything. I honestly don't personally like Razer products, but I haven't used a Razer product in years. So here's the actual wrist rest. Not that we're reviewing this. Try to take it out of the package nicely just in case I do decide to return it. Oh, it does feel nice. Oh, I like that. This is a cool gel. It's nice and cold to the touch. Oh, it fits perfectly. Okay, that's awesome. So that's what it looks like. I wouldn't say it's like a millimeter off on both sides, but it fits almost perfectly. This keyboard is really nice. I've been using Logitech products for some time now, and I've loved every single Logitech product I've owned, except a couple of their headsets. I did a headset review a while ago. I didn't really like it. That doesn't mean their other headsets aren't good. I think I used like a basic Staples. I bought it from Staples headset, so it was probably part of the problem. But a lot of people hate on Logitech. A lot of their stuff is overpriced. I'll give you that. However, you do get really good products for the price, occasionally. In this instance, yes. Not all the time, though. And the reason I got the brown switches is because I prefer the tactile feel and not the loudness. My keyboard, I think, is this GX Browns, if I'm not mistaken. My G513 Carbon, I'm not actually sure. It's got like a little plate right here you can see. I don't know if you can take this out or not, or replace it, or maintenance it, or whatever. There's that. So the back of the keyboard, you got a spot for your receiver. You just do that, and then you can pull it right out. That's actually pretty slick. If you guys want to hear the actual clicky sounds, I'll bring it up to my microphone. Sounds pretty good. But yeah, that's the keyboard. There's not really much else to talk about. I'll show you the lighting real quick. I can install Logitech G Hub on the my Mac over here. Seems pretty bright. I'll turn the lights off. I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot about the natural light, but it seems pretty good. The battery light is blinking, so it might need to be charged. I'll just plug it in via Type-C. The volume knob seems pretty nice. This allows you to turn the brightness up and down, this little button here, little brightness button. The RGX browns, and you got the top light. I don't know what it's called specifically. You keyboard fanatics can let me know in the comments. All right, so we've got the receiver plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, type on it. Feels pretty good so far. No latency issues or anything. Alrighty guys, so we are all set up. I actually did turn off the lights, but I can't do anything about the natural light. I don't have a curtain over there. That'll hopefully be fixed soon. The battery is actually at 48%, so that's not too bad. That's what I got it as. I'm not really sure why it was on. I think the switch got moved in shipping, like it was moving around in the box and it just hit the switch a little bit. But that's okay. That's not a huge deal. The battery life is probably fine, and I'm sure Logitech will help me replace it if anything goes wrong. So we're going to be taking a look at the colors. I'm not going to show you a whole lot because these don't really do a whole lot. I'm not hating on Logitech or anything. Like I said, I love their products. The main thing is there's just not a whole lot of customizability in terms of colors. In terms of macros and a bunch of other stuff, and I think these actually have freestyle, so you could like put any key, any color you want. You could do like the entire rainbow on this thing if you wanted to, so there is that. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the color options. Right off the bat, we've got a fixed setting. Obviously, it's at white right now. I'm going to change it to red because that's probably the color I'm going to be using. But that's what it looks like. It looks pretty good. That's about what I expect for red from a Logitech keyboard. And one thing I did notice is actually all these lights are lit up the color. Yeah, except that key, but that's fine. I mean, it actually blinks when you have the, if you're hitting the Windows key and it's not doing anything, it's telling you that this is on. And if you actually turn that off, the Windows key will work. So there's that. The volume rocker seems to work just fine. It's not clicky when you move it up and down, I've noticed. It's just kind of there. It'd be nice to know, like, there's a little bit of resistance in each volume. That way you know if you're going up or down. That would be nice, but it's not a huge deal. Nothing wrong with that. In terms of typing, I haven't really fully typed on it. We'll do one small typing test. I'll put my microphone near it. That way you guys can hear it the best too. And then we'll kind of just see how that goes. So let's go ahead and check out some of the colors. We've got fixed, as you can see here. We've got breathing. This will just breathe whatever color you choose, which in this case it's red. We've got color wave. So that's just going through all the colors, and you can change the rate, the brightness, and saturation. We've also got color wave. The first one is color cycle. Sorry, I misread that. This is actually color wave. You can actually change the position. So if I wanted to have it do vertical, I could have it do center out, so it'll go like this. There's a bunch of other options like reverse, horizontal, all that fun stuff. We've also got ripple. So when you type on it, it'll kind of ripple. This keyboard does feel really good. I actually noticed the keys are like kind of brushed with something, so it feels really nice to type with. It's not uncomfortable. It kind of feels like it's brushed with a little bit of, I don't know how well my camera will pick this up, but you can kind of see that it's brushed a little. It's got like this brushed look, like a brushed metal look. It's obviously plastic, but it's got that like that little brushed metal look. This video is in 4K, so you guys should be able to see it just fine. I'm not sure how well YouTube's going to show it though. The ripple effect is pretty cool. You can actually change the color. You can change the background color too, so if you wanted to do like a blue background color, and then that would be the background color that would always be on, and then when you hit it, it actually does the color. We've also got Echo Press, which I don't actually know what Echo Press does. If you know what it does, you can let me know in the comments below. You can also turn it off. We've also got Screen Sampleizer, the center of the screen. It basically, what it would do is if whatever's on your screen, it's going to show that color, or at least try to show that color. It doesn't always work that well for macOS, I've noticed. We've also got Starlight, which is basically just blue. Like I said, I don't know how well you can see it with the lights. I do apologize for the natural light, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. All right, so basically this is what you got. You've got your assignments, you've got commands, keys. I don't know why, but the Logitech software sucks on macOS. Your actions, so you can have it do actions for certain programs. You've got macros. So if we wanted to, we could create a new macro. We'll name this test. And then we could do this repeat while holding, no repeat, toggle, or sequence. So let's do no repeat, and we'll start now. We'll have this do a launch application. We'll have it launch an application, so we'll go to our applications. We'll have it launch the calculator. Open. We'll cancel maybe? Wait, how do we... I've never actually used this before, so I have no idea. Oh, my phone is really hot, isn't it? That's what I get for recording in 4K. We're almost done. So we've got the calculator. We want to save it or not. Save. I don't understand how to do this. If you guys know how to do that, let me in the comments below. I actually don't know how to work that. So we can go through and do system stuff. You can change it so what key does what. It's mostly these F1 keys from what I can tell. I thought it was these keys. I know at one point you could do that. They might have changed it. I'm not sure. I also do notice that the brightness will change depending on if you're not using it or anything. So there's that. That's basically it. My phone's getting really hot. I do need a camera. If you guys want to help me get a camera, there's a donation link in the description below. So here's the here's the keyboard again. This isn't really much. I'm just gonna quickly record a sound test with it because I gotta cut this video short. My phone's getting a little warm. All right, so that was a typing test. I'm not sure how well it sounds just because I am using this bad boy. I'm not sure how well it sounds. I don't know how well it's going to pick up the keyboard, if at all, so there is that. If this doesn't work, I just won't include this part in the video. Anyway, I'll see you guys in about a month. I'm going to use this for a month, see how I like it, and I'll let you know if I return it or not. It's probably not going to be returned because so far I'm loving it. I will actually be editing this video on it, as well as a couple of other videos I've got in the works. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in a month. All right, guys, so it's been about a month. It's actually April 14th, 2025. I recorded the first part of the Logitech video on March 11th, 2025. So here's the keyboard. About a month after, you can see there's some like fingerprints and stuff. It's not super dirty. It's not super clean either, but it's a lot cleaner than my old keyboard, and I've been loving it. First initial thoughts after a month of using. Latency is not an issue. I haven't really noticed anything. I haven't noticed like any issues with if it feels like it's not responsive or anything. It's been pretty responsive. I played Call of Duty on it. I played that, what's that game called? Inzonzo game a few times with it. I played 5M with it. I was playing a bunch of games with it. I didn't really notice anything. The battery's been great too. I really haven't had an issue. Your results may vary on your model, or any wireless keyboard for that matter, as well as after like months after use. It's at 89% right now, and I can usually get like 2 or 3 days out of it without charging it, but sometimes I just plug it in real quick before I go to bed. That way it's fully charged in the morning. Same with my mouse. I just plug that in. So yeah, if you guys want to buy this, there will be a link in the description below. I've been enjoying the crap out of it. There's not really a whole lot to talk about, only due to the fact that I did most of the stuff in the video. I did the sound test and stuff like that. It's been awesome though. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, link in the description. Good job, Logitech. Really nice keyboard you got here. And I actually have both adapters plugged into the back of the PC, and my mouse has been fine. Usually it was plugged in like right here on my old keyboard, but it doesn't have that obviously. And I turn it off when I'm not using it. That's one thing I would recommend to do with your mouse as well, with the keyboard. Make sure you turn these off when you're not using them, because that will make the battery last way longer. I have left them on a few times by accident, but nothing serious. I haven't really noticed anything horrible with it, and I do actually have that wrist rest, and this has been working fine as well. I'll put a description or a link in the description. You can actually see where my wrists sit, which is about right there. You can kind of see the indent of where my wrist usually sits, which it's been fine. I haven't had any uncomfortable wrist. I've actually had more issues with my mouse. Sometimes my fingers get tired. These two right here, they get tired right there, but otherwise it's been fine. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, drop a like. If you guys don't enjoy the video, drop a dislike. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't done so already. Again, link in the description. I'll even put my G703. I did a review on this. I'll put the video description up in the cards, as well as a link to buy it, as well as the HyperX wrist rest, and then the Logitech, I don't even remember what keyboard it was, Pro X10 keyless. So and one quick thing before I end the video, I do miss my numpad, but I've gotten pretty used to the numbers at the top for at least typing my pin in. I would highly recommend, if you're really used to a numpad but you still want to use this, get a little wireless numpad that like Bluetooth even, because I don't think my computer has Bluetooth, but I could throw a Bluetooth dongle in and then I could just use that wirelessly and have it like, I don't know, if I had like a little cubby in my desk, I could pull that out, then I could crunch numbers with it. So just keep that in mind. The numpad is very nice touch, and I honestly miss my numpad. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next video, and peace out.